Situationships.
Situationships definitely don't make sense, bro.
You guys already know how confusing and annoying it is. You ever find yourself texting somebody every day, calling them your baby? You go and get your heart involved with somebody that is not making you a priority.
Bro, I had some shit, like I went on a cruise recently, right? Like we had a convo, me and this individual, and we was vibing and shit. We did our thing and shit, right? I tried to go back home and make this shit work, because we're not in each other's immediate area, but it's like, bro, that connection we had made me think, yo, we really got something going on, you know what I'm saying? These feelings, these vibes we had, the connection we shared, it feels like a relationship. And when we try to actually do the relationship shit, the situation ain't called for that. It made it kind of difficult to happen. That shit broke my heart. And it's because, bro, it never was a relationship. It was just a situation, nigga, from the environment that we was in. What's going on YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have why situationships don't make sense. I feel like situationships definitely don't make sense, bro, but I'm not gonna say why till my nigga get into it. So I'm not gonna waste too much time in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, yap session, and come in. I'll wait for that to commence until the video has gone underway a little bit, and bro says something I agree with, then I could really build off that. So if this video sounds interesting to you, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and let's get straight to it.
Situationships. You ever find yourself texting somebody every day, calling them your baby? Y'all spending so much time with each other to the point where it's like, yo, this is my girlfriend or boyfriend. Whenever y'all are together, it's always a great time. And when you turn your brain off, you really start to think for a second like, yo, I love this relationship. But then you think to yourself, wait a minute, I'm single.
Yeah.
Y'all really just rolling off the vibes for real. There's no title, there's no commitment. That, my friends, is what we call a situationship. And if you're stuck in one, you guys already know how confusing and annoying it is. That should be goddamn draining. It feels like you're in a relationship, but you're not. You get that late night combos, the emotional support. Some of y'all even be getting that intimacy cracking. But when that question comes up, what are we? All of a sudden, everybody looking around like,
what you mean? You know, I like you a lot, but...
Here's the truth, man. They can feel really casual, but they really mess with your head. I'd be lying to tell y'all if I said I've never dealt with it before.
Bro, I had some shit, like I went on a cruise recently, right? My nigga, the cruise environment heavily accelerates like your relationship building with somebody, bro. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like we had a convo, me and this individual. You know what I'm saying? I approached him. We had a convo that day. Hung out with her the next day. We had even a longer of a convo. You know what I'm saying? We was vibing and shit. We did our thing and shit, right? Bro, I tried to go back home and make this shit work, because we're not in each other's immediate area, but it's like, bro, that connection we had made me think, yo, we really got something going on, you know what I'm saying? These feelings, these vibes we had, the connection we shared, it feels like a relationship, or it felt like one. And when we try to actually do the relationship shit, or I tried, you know what I'm saying, but the situation ain't called for that, it made it kind of difficult to happen. That shit broke my heart. Like, damn, bro, like I really thought we had some, you know what I'm saying, some shit was really gonna pop off from that. But hey, bro, I'm good now, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit be what it be, but like, bro, I was like, when that shit ain't work out the way I thought it like I wanted it to, or I think it needed to, I was like, fuck. And it's because, bro, it never was a relationship. It was just a situation, my nigga, from the environment that we was in. It don't make the feelings and experiences we experienced unreal. That shit was for sure real. It's just like, you know what I mean? It didn't quite mean what I thought it did. It still meant something, but it didn't mean what I thought it did, type shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's often what a situationship is. It's almost a relationship. You get almost everything from it except that commitment that y'all got, that connection, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really tied in the way y'all need to be. That support, that emotional support and connection y'all got, it's not really there, you know what I'm saying? But everything else is there. It fuck with your head, you know what I'm saying? It make you feel like you in it, but you're really not. And you start to wonder, damn, should I even be feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Am I tripping? Am I the crazy one? But no, you're not, bro. These situationships, they just not very ideal.
definitely have.
To be honest with you.
It sucks, bro. It really does. was. Because a lot of times you go and get your heart involved with somebody that is not making you a priority. And sometimes it could even be genuine from both sides.
No cap, bro.
Somebody or both of y'all just aren't ready to make that commitment. Situationships strive on vagueness. One or both of you are avoiding the commitment, but you guys still really value the connection. You're afraid to walk away thinking to yourself, oh yeah, maybe one day they'll come around. I'm gonna give it some more time. This shit gonna work out for sure. But one thing is for sure, man, most people already know what they want. So if you're in the beginning phases, you can definitely feel it out. But after a while, if somebody wanted to be with you, they'd make that shit clear as day. So in today's video, we're gonna be reacting to Situationships Don't Make Sense by my dog, Chaluti. I think that's how it's pronounced.
A reaction and a reaction? Shit, I ain't expect this, but my nigga, hey, let's do it. Fuck it.
I bet if I'm getting it wrong. We're gonna listen to what he has to say, break his shit down.
Got that Naruto music playing.
And you already know what it is.
My niggas, we already get copyrighted.
Alright, let's get something straight here. Relationships, that's when two people are together. Being single, that's when you're not with anyone. But now, what is a situationship? It's such a weird middle ground. The definition doesn't even have a real definition. Like if you Google it, it'll say something like a romantic relationship between two people where the nature of a connection is not clearly defined. So basically, you're doing things in a relationship without...
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't quite know how to define that shit, bro. Like, it's like you're in a relationship except you don't got a title on it. I guess there's no commitment. I guess that's what it is in essence, but I just can't, like, you know what I'm saying? I explained that, but it still hasn't clicked. Like, I kind of know what it is, but it doesn't quite make sense to me. Like, I don't understand it.
Being in a relationship,
you know?
Situationships have always been a thing, but it's become more common nowadays. Usually people that are single aren't actually single. They're more so in a talking stage or going on dates with other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And back then, asking out someone was a lot different. You had to go outside and approach someone in real life. And let's be honest, you're not one of those TikTok guys who riz up college girls, okay?
No bullshit.
The reality is, man, I think it's a great skill for any man to develop to be able to approach a woman. Me personally, I don't like doing it. And it's not so much rooted in the fact that I'm scared or nervous. I just don't like bothering people.
My nigga right there, bro. I had the same exact sentiment, like, especially when it's in the gym where, you know what I'm saying, that's my battleground, nigga. Like, that's where all the work gets done. That's where I get my XP. You know what I'm saying? When they got their headphones in and you got kind of like, excuse me, like, you know what I'm saying? And they take their whole shit off. They was in the middle of their workout. Now you interrupting them niggas, they pump wearing off. It just feels bad, bro. You know what I mean? And maybe that's because of this current, you know what I'm saying, nature of the world and shit. Back in the day, niggas had to approach women. If they wanted to get women, you had to go out there and insert yourself. You know what I mean? Maybe people made it easier or they were more open back then, or maybe they weren't, nigga, and they just did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You guys suck that shit up. No did it. You know what I mean? But it definitely does feel like you're bothering people.
I like having organic interaction. So even if I see a girl that I think is cute in public, my initial reaction isn't going to be like, oh, let me just go jump on her right now, because I don't know her. I don't know what she got going on, if she's on the phone. But again, these are great skills that I think any man should.
Yo, no cap, bro. Like, literally, I was working one day last week, right? And this girl came into the shop, bro. She was bad as shit. It was a nail salon right next to where I work. I'm like, oh, you probably came from there. You looking good as hell right now. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you take care of yourself. She looked good as hell, bro. The bodysuit, the brown splashing out the brown. Oh my God. Brown skin, brown clothes, nigga, brown suit. Oh my God. She looked good. She walked in. I'm kind of getting into this mindset where I'm like, oh, she look good. This is my type. I'm going to say something. You feel me? I say it right there. I'm going to say something. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm going to say something. You know what I mean? But she came in and she was on the phone. I'm like, fuck, bro. God damn it. Like, she was loud as shit with it too. Phone was on speaker. She didn't give a fuck who was listening. I'm like, I can't quite find my way in. She asked me for what she needed. I'm trying to give it to her. I'm trying to conversate, but she on the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I would have been bothering her to do that shit, even though I wanted to. So I just didn't end up doing it at all. And now I'm beating myself up. I should have just been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to interrupt, you know what I'm saying? Like, step into your conversation and shit when you got so much going on and shit. But I just wanted to say, like, you know, and then I say my piece, my nigga, like, you feel me? It could have been that simple. And if she not fucking with it, so what? She leaves, she go about her business. She tell her little friends about the nigga. Hey, fuck it. It happened. I acted on what I wanted to act out on. And it's not like I physically, like, you know what I'm saying, bothered her. Like I was touching her against, like, you know what I'm saying, her consent. It's just words. Just a little bit of an interaction. You walk away, you out of it already. You good. No harm done, really. So I definitely feel, bro.
Acquire. I've done my time, I've done my reps, so I know it's not something that I can't do, but it's just something that I don't really like to do. I like to mind my business, keeping it a stack.
But luckily, nowadays you can find baddies on baddies swiping your phone through a dating app and shoot your shot from the comfort of your...
I'm not mad at anybody bagging on social media.
I hate that shit, bro.
I feel like
it's just so many other niggas in there too. You know what I'm saying? And let's not neglect the fact that the joint can act a certain way, put on that front on the gram, but when you see him in person, nigga, it's a whole different story. Because you in front of their face, they got you the time of day. You can't just swipe my message. You talking to me right now, I'm in your face, you feeling my vibe, you know what I'm saying? You smelling my cologne, you looking at the way a nigga look, and you really on my body, like, you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just shove me off, bro. And it's not like, I'm not just like an account amongst like 50 accounts in your DM. Like, I'm one nigga standing in your face. You gonna have to notice, man. You feel me? That shit just more, your chances go up significantly with that, I feel. And it's just more organic.
In person. And that might sound hypocritical, but like I said, it's not so much that you can approach somebody or you shouldn't. I'm just saying, me personally, I like it to be organic. So for example, if I'm like seeing a girl at the gym and, you know, every time I see her, I'm like, oh, she look good, or, you know, I want to holler at her. Me, I'm going to set it up to where I have an organic interaction. So like, it might sound a little bit stalkerish, cringe, but, you know, I might just keep my eye on her, you know, and see maybe if she's heading over to the water fountain or something, I'm going to make my way over to the water fountain. Boom, now I bump into her. And now it's just like a more organic situation.
Or it seemed like...
I mean, I guess I could make up a situation on top of my head.
Bro, the most I'll do in the gym, I'll wait till they're done their set. I don't care if they all the way across the gym, my nigga, because I'll notice them when we're close together, but I might bitch out until we're far away. So at the very least, I'll do is wait until they're not doing their set. Shit is fucking direct, unnatural as fuck, but I don't care, bro. Like, you gotta, if you want some shit bad enough, you don't care what the situation is, nigga. You taking that full court shot. If that bitch go in, it go in. At least you threw the shot up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you live to shoot another day. That's the most important part that you gotta realize. So I understand him wanting to make it organic so it doesn't feel weird or out of place or like make them uncomfortable. But hey, my nigga, I gotta shoot. I'm sorry. I'll wait till you done your set. I won't talk your ear off while you vibe and listening to music. You having a convo with someone else. But hey, bro, fuck it. I gotta put that shot up.
Hey, but it's like,
I'm
I see
sorry.
her, I might just hit her with a, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? Rather than going up to her at the dumbbells or when she's mid squat press about to
mid squat
crush
is crazy,
under
nigga.
300 pounds, you know what I'm saying? So
That is crazy.
I just feel like there's always a way to make it feel smooth and organic and not forced. That's how I like to go about it. But again, bro, there's also nothing wrong with just being polite, tapping someone on the shoulder and say, hey, excuse me.
Your own home.
Yeah, that's what I be doing.
And with the use of social media and dating apps, the access for finding someone has become more open and available. So now dating becomes easy.
What happened?
On the surface, this seems to be a good thing. More options, more people to choose from. So you can really narrow down what you want as your partner instead of the limited choices you had without social media. But it doesn't work like that. It's like when a waiter gives you a menu at a restaurant. The menu is simple, there are options here and there, and in a few minutes you can pick out what you like. But what happens when you get handed out an essay for a menu? The menu has 100 different entree choices, 100 different flavors and toppings.
We just
and at
talked
first you
about
came
that.
here to order some pasta, but now you just don't know. That's how situationships were compared to now. Because when dating becomes easier, committing becomes harder.
That's a really interesting perspective. The thing is, especially in today's age, especially with women, they have so many options. So it's like, why would I commit to one man? Especially when these girls out here tricking. These girls be out here tricking on niggas like, oh, why would I commit to one man when I got a roster of niggas that's gonna buy me this, pay for that, do that. At the end of the day, don't let that fool you into thinking that there's not good women out here. So that's definitely a great observation. I agree with that.
But that doesn't stop people from still wanting to find that one person.
Yeah.
So you may have gotten yourself in a situationship before,
This nigga
and you
Mordecai.
actually come to find that it's kind of fun. You're out getting food, going to new places together, holding hands. It's a good period of time where you can enjoy getting to know someone without the pressure. Then, a few months go by.
And you fall
You
in
realize,
love.
wait, we're doing all this couple stuff. Things have been going
I
well.
love this hoe.
Why not take things a little more serious and see how
Real
things
talk.
go? And the moment you decide to do that is the moment they disappear from your life.
Shit'll fuck
This
with
gotta be
your
the
head.
top 5 most confusing things in your life. You can both acknowledge that you like each other, have late night deep convos, and have a base level of physical intimacy, but when you ask that question of, what are we? You get hit with the buffer wheel. Not
Bro, the thing is, it's like, again, I kind of said it in the intro of the video, but if somebody wants you, they're going to make that clear. Every time I've ever been in a situationship, I wasn't the victim. I was the one that was essentially playing the games, right? I've always made it clear, and, it's just like, look, I like you. I rock with you. I really do care about you, but I don't want to be in a relationship. I feel like it can come off as toxic because on one end, I would keep showing up and entertaining the situationship, knowing that they wanted more than that. But on the other end, I feel like I'm being so transparent and be like, look, I don't want a relationship. I'm not trying to force you to stay. I'm
could
not
leave at
trying
any
to
time.
force you to go, and it just puts you in a weird place. Learning from that experience, the best advice I can give you as a man is you just got to stand on business, and sometimes you have to not be selfish and break that person's heart. It's different if it's on equal levels, where it's like, oh, we're both just having fun, let's just see where it goes. We're not putting too much pressure. That's one thing. But if y'all are both like really intimate, really in the shit together, but she's like, I want more, or vice versa. If you're a woman, you gotta let that nigga go, bro, or you gotta let her go. Yeah, you're gonna break her heart. Yeah, you don't even want to do that because you actually enjoy hanging out with them, but you're just like leading them on. And if you already know in your head that it's never gonna be nothing, it's really gonna always end in tragedy. There's no right way to exit. Sometimes there's no right time to just pull the band-aid off. Like, it's gonna hurt, and the longer you leave it on, you know what I'm saying, the worse it's gonna hurt.
The more
So
that
you might
bitch
as well-
stick to your skin, nigga. And then you rip that shit off, that shit tear off flesh. Bone, maybe even. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta set them free before that shit get too bad. You know what I'm saying? The longer you wait, the worse it's gonna be. You know what I mean? It's just like, even if they know what it is, like we said, bro, like, if you just make someone put up with something that they don't want for long enough, that shit is just gonna hurt. It's gonna get to a breaking point eventually.
You'll just rip that bitch off. Once you've made up your mind that it's not gonna happen, you just gotta rip that band-aid off. But that's, part of growing up, being mature and understanding that, look, like, you can't be this burden to somebody's life, holding them back because they can go find somebody else. Somebody that's actually gonna give them the time and day that they deserve. That's just being a man, honestly. And being a woman. Like, women can be the one that's kind of fucking over the niggas too, leading them on and having the intimacy, but you don't really want nothing serious like that. So y'all just gotta be the bigger person, bro.
Not to mention, the idea of a situationship is a purgatory between being in a relationship, but also not being in one. And other people can feel different ways and do different things because there isn't necessarily a boundary, and someone might feel like they can do whatever they want freely, and others feel like they should be restricted to do certain things. This sort of uncertainty makes the boundary line confusing.
Yeah.
On one hand, someone can technically go out with other people because they're still single, and the other person can't really say anything about it because you guys aren't officially dating. It gets messy.
Right.
But I personally say that people shouldn't be going out with others if they're in a situationship. It's like a
Well, I'll say this. I remember in my situationship, I was like, you could do whatever you want, but just out of respect. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at you. Like, it's not gonna be on no like fuck you energy. But if
Don't
I
let me
see
know
you
about
fucking with
that shit.
somebody else, like, don't talk to me no more. And that's toxic as fuck. Again, I was wrong in the scenario, and I let that shit go on for much longer than I should have. But it's like, I didn't want to let it go either. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, like, y'all got to be the bigger person. Just dead that shit. Once you've made up your mind, just dead it.
test period to see if this person's actually worth committing to. And if you start going out with other people, it's going to hint that you aren't worth it if your eyes are elsewhere. But the whole thing about this phase is that they blur the line between effort and expectations. You don't really know whether you're supposed to be acting like the boyfriend or girlfriend or just be nonchalant. Because if you go all in, doing all the boyfriend stuff, planning the dates, thoughtful gifts, you're basically handing out relationship benefits without the commitment. And there's no incentive to make it official. Also, you come off as desperate. On the other hand, if you don't put in enough effort, you're not going to secure them either. you're gonna seem like you aren't taking things seriously and that you don't care that much. So, what are you supposed to do here? I'm asking you guys because I genuinely don't know.
I think I already said it, bro. I think I already said it. Like, you kind of have to have like guidelines. So if you're the person that feels like you're being led on, there has to be like a breaking point. So you're in the situationship. You really like this person. This person says they really like you, but they're kind of, giving you that, I'm not sure if I want to commit. Don't listen to what people only say. Also listen to their actions. Some people will leave the situationships and say shit like, oh,
the actions speak way louder, my nigga. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I had said, right? During my little vacation, we both was like, oh yeah, we gonna try to make this work, right? When we go back, we both was like, yeah, we gonna make it work. But the actions, nigga, it wasn't saying that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm confused and heartbroken. I'm like, damn. Like, you had said all that back there. We gonna do, we gonna try to make this shit work. But at the end of the day, the current, you ain't showing me that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm cutting you off or cutting you out, but it's just like, hey, I did my piece. I'll let you know my intentions. So, ball in your court. If you ever want to throw that frisbee back at me, hey, let me know something. But until then, you can hold on to that shit. You feel me?
I want to be in a relationship. I want this, but it never happens. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have to have a level of grace period of feeling it out. There's nothing wrong with that. Like when you're getting to know somebody and you're dating them, there's nothing wrong with kind of being in the bullshit for a little bit. But at the same time, you also have to be able to analyze, like, hold up, we've been talking, going back and forth for 2-3 months, and we keep having this conversation. 2-3 months is kind of short, but maybe 4 or 5 months is kind of long though. So you got to find your own, like, what are you willing to give? How much time are you willing to waste on this person? Like, they want X expectation. They want this expectation. Like, shit, they want all of me, but they don't want the commitment. The best thing you could do, again, even as the person that's being led on, you got to walk away. Even more important, if you threaten to walk away, not even threaten, you finally grow the balls to be like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm holding my own. I'm done. And you walk away. If that person submits right in that moment, like, no, don't leave. I want to like make it official. Do not lock in with that person.
Yes,
that's like the fullest level of toxic. It's one thing to be like, what kind of my situation? Like, I don't want a relationship. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? And, I'm really making that clear. If we do go separate ways, it's unfortunate, but, that's what it's going to be, versus the person that will literally just cling on to you. And then once it hits the breaking point, then they'll reel you back in, because what that shows is like, they're fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even at least standing on what they said. They said they didn't want something, but now that you're ready to walk away, they want to commit. It's kind of like, okay, that shows like a level of immaturity, a level of like insecurity, almost like, if it's not me, you can't be with nobody. Like, I don't want to see you happy with nobody else, so I'm just gonna snatch you up before you go. Don't let no desperate shit fool you either.
Like and subscribe if you made it this far into the video. Situationships also have this weird phenomenon where it can hurt more than an actual breakup. Because you're not sad over the person, you're sad over the idea of them. You never got to see their flaws like you would in a real relationship. So there were no fights over little things, no issues you would see until things went long term. It's just like a highlight reel. So when it ends, you're just left with the potential of what it could have been. The what if. And the what if is what gets to you, because you'll never actually see it play out, since the situationship never went into a relationship.
Yeah.
But probably the biggest issue with situationships isn't the situationships itself, but the people in them. Most people in a situationship aren't fully ready to be in a relationship. You'll come to find that there's a lot of people with this attachment style where they're too avoidant to commit, but too anxious to be alone. They want a relationship, but don't want the responsibility. They want a cute dog. They don't want to clean their shit off the carpet. And a situationship is like dog sitting, where you enjoy the puppy love, but you don't have the responsibility of owning the dog. And some people just go on dates simply because they're scared of being alone. We've all seen these people who freshly just got out of a relationship, and they have this bright idea to hop onto dating apps right away, then jump to talking to someone new and convince themselves they're just having fun. But at the end of the day, they're still crying over their ex.
One thing I will say, which was kind of my situation, where it's like I felt like I jumped out of a relationship and then ended up in a situationship. That's why I didn't want to make it official, because it was like I just got
You
out
ain't
of a
fully healed,
relationship.
my
Like,
nigga.
I need time to just be me. What you really have to do is you just need to be by yourself. Like, I know it can be lonely. I know it can be like, damn, you know, I want to have intimacy with somebody. You know, I want to experience something with somebody, and, you know, just somebody to be with, just a company, whatever, however you want to like kind of fill that void. But the reality is, like, if you can't learn to love and be by yourself, you're always going to be the type of person that's reliant. Like,
We just watched that video. We just watched that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is connected, bro. Because you start looking at these relationships, even situationships, to validate yourself. It's like, damn, if they don't want to be with me, am I even valuable? You know what I'm saying? Where's my value? What is my value? You start attributing your value to how people treat you and how much they want to commit to you, instead of having that self love. You know what I'm saying? That love, self-confidence type shit. And that's how you really supposed to do it. That's why people get so hung up on relationships, situationships. They can't be alone. They too anxious for that shit. Like we said.
oh, I need someone to be happy. I need someone feel fulfilled. And I genuinely feel like that's the worst thing you can do as a man.
That's where I'm at right now. Or at least that's where I was, but I'm thinking that I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Because I'll approach a Joan and I'll get her number, but when that shit don't go right, nigga, that shit'll fuck me up for a few days. But the most recent time, which was like Thursday, today is Sunday, 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get the outcome I wanted. Shit is still on the table, kind of, but I'm not waiting on it. Because, like, fuck, it's too much life to live. But that shit didn't go the way I wanted it to. And normally I would have been so sad. But I woke up the next morning, I'm just like, hey, nigga, chalk it to the game. That's how this shit is, bro. Like, you experienced this shit so many times, it don't even phase you no more. You still the same nigga. Hey, bro, we gonna live, see another day. We woke up, the sun's still shining. My nigga, you still got oxygen in your lungs. You still got money in your pocket. You still got clothes, food, nigga. Homies that you still hang around. Y'all chilling and shit. Good, bro. Life is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let that shit define you, because you got so much other things going on for you, and so much other people that care about you. But just because it's one person, don't, like, you just gonna let that shit define everything. That's not good, and it's not wise, and it's not something that you should do,
Man or woman,
at
because
all.
the best relationships is when two fulfilled people, two people that are 100% secure with themselves, come together, pretty much make it even better, versus this person's fulfilled, this person is feeling empty, and the neediness. Then all of a sudden,
puzzles make
now
a
I feel
full
like this other
picture.
person's sucking all your energy, because it's like they're leeching essentially.
They
So the best
need you in a way.
relationships come when two people are, for the most part, fulfilled with each other. Now you guys can make each other better equally. You know, it's not gonna be necessarily be like equal value exchange, because you're gonna be better at some things, they're gonna be better at other things. But at very least, when y'all are coming together, it's not like trying to fix all your holes and baggage. It's like, nah, like, we are in this together for real. And I think that is very important.
They try to outrun their feelings by filling the empty space with someone new.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's why I feel like being alone is what a person might actually
Drinking
need.
water,
That's what I
bruh.
said, man.
Sitting with your own thoughts, processing things, and taking time to focus on yourself. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. And emotionally, you'll come out
Oh,
on
okay. I was ready to say, I thought my nigga Bert was ready to drink. You know, so I think he is.
Because if you can't handle your own company, why are you so desperate for someone else's? The saying is true,
Exactly.
where you need to love yourself first before you can love anybody else.
Come on, man.
Damn, I thought my nigga was ready to drink. I thought he was hydrating. I'm trying to stay on track with it too, nigga. I got a gallon to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. I'm really saying that shit. I said that shit before he even said it. Boy, I'm trying to tell you.
No
By the way,
cap,
I'm
though.
just a spectator here. I've been single for a while now, and I recently upgraded to Single Pro Max. So maybe I shouldn't be saying anything, but
What does
this
that
is what
even
I've
mean?
been noticing. To be fair, situationships can work if both people want the same thing. If you're both genuinely on the same page, feeling each other out, taking it slow, and when the right time comes, you can talk about taking things further and it will work out.
You know, that's true. But I will also say people will agree and be like, yeah, we're both on the same page. And then it will be nice for a minute. But 9
And
times
then
out of 10,
somebody start wanting more, and they're like, it's like you just get done cracking some shit. You sitting on the bed putting your clothes on, she's still sitting there under the covers talking about some, what are we? it always ends up like that, nigga. Somebody always end up catching the feelings, bruh. Sad.
In situationships, somebody kind of likes one person more than the other.
A situationship should be fun, but it can't last forever.
Yeah.
Eventually, you have to ask yourself, is this going anywhere or am I just stalling?
And that's kind of what I was saying with like the breaking point. Like, it's cool to be in the bullshit for a little bit, but you gotta at some point, all right, I've been here for X amount of time and it's not going anywhere. You gotta stand on something or fall for anything. Basic stuff, yo.
Because if you're not careful, you'll spend months stuck into something that was never meant to last. And the longer you stay, the harder it is to walk away. Bars. So be real with yourself. If it's not leading to anything, then what's the point?
I think it was a great video, so I'm gonna like and
WVIT.
subscribe. And you should do the same for this channel. Let me know if you guys appreciated this type
And
of
y'all should do the same for this channel, my nigga. Shout out Bert. Shout out my nigga Choldy. You know what I'm saying? That's how you pronounce it. But that's the reason situationships don't make sense. It just messes with your head. It makes you feel like you're in a relationship and y'all should be committed, but y'all not. The other person is doing stuff that you're not happy with, but y'all are in the situationship, so pipe down. You know what I'm saying? You feel like things should be a certain way, but they not. Because y'all don't even got a title on y'all shit. Y'all just fucking around type shit. You know what I'm saying? It just messes with your head, so it's not good to go into unless y'all both, like we said, know what y'all want. And y'all both cool with things being what they gonna be. But if you're not, my nigga, that shit just gonna turn you to a psychopath. So if y'all enjoyed the video, that's a crazy segue to just end on. But if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on these situationships in the comments down below. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel. Thank y'all for watching the vid, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Love y'all. Peace.